when we met, he's like, okay, there's two things I really want if we choose to have kids. And it was accept the Yankees and let's try and get our kids to go to Camp Lincoln or Whip.
I'm a second generation. My father went here. My brothers had all gone here. It was a pretty special place for me. Went as a camper for 7 years and then came back as a counselor for 4 years. So it was pretty ingrained in me. And then when we met, something I wanted to make sure got passed along as well. I was walking over here, with Evan from Lincoln over to Whip, and we're sitting there, and he's telling me about the Pony Express and the exact leg he ran, and
Cubby
it's just
Jail.
a huge bond that I obviously have with my brothers and with my father I had, and now with them is just pretty incredible. What was the thing that actually got you to say yes, they could go or should go?
I started to fall in love with it actually before kids, because Alumni Weekend, I think, was massive for me. He loved it. I mean, he was out in the woods.
Running around, yeah.
He was so happy. And I just said, you know what? Just try it. 3 weeks, just try it. I think what we've learned too is that it's so important as kids get older, especially as they go into the junior high years, to have friends that are not at school, to have friends that they can be a completely different person, create their own story, and know that there's others that love them, and that they can look forward to seeing that, you always have issues at school sometimes. So
yeah, it gives you a fresh start every summer to get out of that school grind.
You can find your niche, you can find, our kids play a lot of sports, but also wood shop was massive, and he could actually, there's levels. That's the other thing. Like, they can master certain pieces of like wood shop or archery, which you can't find anywhere else. And they get to try things that we never thought we can offer them. If you're ever worried about the other kids and the environment in which your kid's going into, we came for visiting day last year, and what I walked away with, and of course you knew this already, was the amount of love, respect, kindness, and true openness from all the other campers, especially the older ones. It's really just a safe environment to be vulnerable, and just really kind kids overall. The only way to give your child independence is to give them independence, which is the hardest thing for a parent, right? But you got to give them wings. So
you can teach them so many things.
Yeah.
You can give so many things to them, but you can't give them independence.
Yeah.
You have to
Yeah.
push them out there.
It's like one of those like pat yourself on the backs, Mom. You did it. You let them go. So it's been great. Oh, and then the letter.
We got the best letter from him. It was like, they get shorter and shorter as the summer goes on, but it's like especially for the boys, they seem to just, and it was like 4 or 5 sentences, and then it was at the end, it said, P.S. Sorry so sloppy, having too much fun. It's like, it just didn't have time to like slow down for any of it.
3,000 miles is far away, but it doesn't feel like it when you know that they're happy.